2 days ago, that's on Tuesday.
Yep.
Should I say the unexpected happened? PSG won.
And yippee! We also have the right to broadcast the Champions League now.
Yes. And when Messi scored that penalty, if only he knew what Mbappe had in store, Though I would say take it this way. When they scored that first goal, they had a very good opportunity to make it 2. Ousmane Dembele fluffed his line.
As well as Griezmann.
As well as Griezmann. If they had scored, the second goal, maybe PSG might have come back, but maybe not 4-1, if you ask me anyway. These are the little things that matters in Champions League football.
When you don't seize your moment, when you don't seize your moment in football, whether it's Champions League or not, in any competition, when you don't seize your moment when you have them, you end up paying for them, especially when you get profligate and you're not prolific enough to take your chances. You're obviously going to suffer for them.
And also on Tuesday, Liverpool,
that was a surprise on me anyway.
Very big surprise. And for me, I would blame RB Leipzig. Two mistakes. You don't do that kind of mistake when you have Salah Mane, in your opponent. They definitely punish you. So look at those 2 games on Tuesday. What was the take on both games?
So I'm going to start with the Barcelona Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, so Paris Saint-Germain, Mauricio Pochettino, I don't want to believe that Ronald Koeman does not understand the history of Pochettino, Espanyol, former player of Espanyol and a coach of Espanyol, the whole history of that, because those things should be a little bit of added incentive, added ingredients to the game that makes you know that, oh, look, guys, we might be going through this or that, but this team, we don't lose to them. Like when Silas Ferguson was at Manchester United, he will tell you, yes, we can lose to anybody but not Liverpool. We can lose the title to Arsenal or to anybody, Blackburn Rovers, but definitely, even if we're not going to win the title, we'll make sure Liverpool don't win it, and that happens. So when you know that Mauricio Pochettino is coming, a coach that have rubbished this club, a club that you played for, the first Champions League that FC Barcelona won against Sampdoria in 1992, Ronald Koeman was the scorer of the only goal in the finals. So this is not a club that he just came up to. It just didn't happen to be like a Setien or somebody from afar. He understands the ethos, the tradition of this club. So when you're playing against a Paris Saint-Germain, and then the recent crisis between Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona, how Paris Saint-Germain have been saying, they've been going openly about how they want to take Messi, how Messi will complete their team, they're like the biggest club on the block right now. Even if Barcelona is dying, even if Barcelona is not looking like they are suffering, this is the game that you shouldn't win. One of the games in the season, you look at the fixtures, the roster, and you tell yourself that this one, we're not going to lose this one. Okay, it's Newcastle Sunderland. You're not going to lose this one. Is Tottenham Hotspur Arsenal. There are just those kind of games. But I think his approach, you have a Dest that have not played for a while. You put him on the field. You have Gerard Piqué. Even if he's in form, he's old. He's slow. He's playing. You're putting a Kekena Pep. I'm sorry. You're putting a Kekena Pep on the same track to run and try to overtake and stop a Bugatti Veyron or probably a Ferrari. You cannot achieve it. There is no magic. Even if you call on the host of heaven and chariots of fire come to carry that Kekena Pep, it's not going to work. Okay, so it was dead on arrival. And when they started the game, credit to Barcelona, they started on the front foot. They controlled the possession. They were moving with the ball. But you could see that slowness in terms of Sergio Busquets' reaction to the ball. It was always slow to react. And then Gerard Piqué was directly behind him. And once your defensive midfielder, the man who's anchoring your defensive midfield is already slowing, he's putting cracks on your centre back. It's going to be just a matter of time before that cracks open up completely and they become an erosion or a massive flood, a tsunami or whatever it is. And that's exactly what happened. Mbappe, kept pushing. What they did was use Icardi to shake up the center so that Mbappe can have a free reign on the side. And what that also did for Paris Saint-Germain and against Barcelona was that Dest could not go forward to ever support the attack. And I thought that Trincao should have started that game. I don't know why he didn't start him anyway. And then in this type of games, in games like this, where there's pride at stake, there is name of the club, there is hope and dream, and the seasons that is faltering apart is at stake. What you really need to do is take half chances that come your way. So they got the penalty. On the run of play, they got the penalty. Messi dispatched it very well. The second chance they got, Dembele got it. His leg got twisted. I don't know what happened, but he just got caught up in that one. And then Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann is a prolific goal scorer, for heaven's sake. Should take those chances. Those are the kind of chances that strikers take. Those are the kind of chances that define you, that changes you, that etch your name in the hearts and minds and soul of the supporters of a club. You know, that they remember you for life. But then what did he do? He lost the chances. He waited too long. He knocked the ball a tad bit. One more touch, too many, and he just narrowed the angle and made it easy for the Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper. Were there opportunities to exploit Paris Saint-Germain? Yes. They were not the most solid defensively. They were keeping a very high line. The Pochettino style of keeping a very high line that you can beat. There is the speed of Dembele that could have been used, but because the midfield was slow, yes, Frankie de Jong is good, but sometimes he's too combative for games like this. Sometimes you play with your head, with your brain, not just because you want to show emotion. So I think that combative nature robbed him of the opportunity to seize the ball, something that the Rakitic would have done very well. Seize the ball, watch the run of Dembele, and set him free, because Paris Saint-Germain, their centre-back were at the center of the field. That is a whole 50 meters to go. So I don't think there was anybody in the center back in the entire back four of Paris Saint-Germain that is as fast as Dembele. Yeah. So if you use it very well, and Messi and Antoine Griezmann split, Dembele was always going to be a problem. But unfortunately, that didn't work. And then once Paris Saint-Germain settled into the game, there was no Nou Camp fans to help them. There was no referee from UEFA Lona to help Barcelona. It became a problem. Once they got that equalizer, you knew immediately that the shoulders of Barcelona players have dropped. It was a case of not again. And then the second goal came in, and the Paris Saint-Germain smelled blood, and they know that, okay, this time it's full moon, let us rip them out. And they ripped the heart of Barcelona out. You know, everything is always playing in people's mind. Is it not this team that Bayern Munich beat 8-2? Come on, we can give them a go. And then Paris Saint-Germain also realized that we won this team before 4-0, and we came here and lost 6-1, and they felt, you know, there was injustice with one or two of the goals. So this was an opportunity for them. They saw it. They used it very well.
All right. Looking at this Barcelona team, you know, they tend to on big games, they tend to be missing. Let me use that word. You know, they lost the Super Cup. They lost to Sevilla some days ago, and now they lost Atletico Madrid the league as well. I think they lost to Real Madrid 3-1. Yeah. Now they've lost to PSG. But they are good in beating the small teams. The team is small anyway. Now, I look at that. Do you think they are starting on the front foot affected them? One. Then secondly, you know, when the game finished, you know, you saw Gerard Koeman was laughing. I don't know why he was laughing. You know, and their lead didn't even last for up to 5 minutes or so. You know, do you think those things will affect? And I don't know. What do you think was on the mind of Ronald Koeman that made him to be laughing at the end of 90 minutes?
I don't know why he was laughing. It could be laughing from a sarcastic viewpoint. Some people react to pain or to bad things differently. It could be laughing to shock. I remember when a coach I was playing for the Super Eagles, one of the problems we all had with him was whenever he lost the ball, he's spitting and he's laughing, and everybody's wondering, like, you lose the ball, you are laughing. Everybody have a different way. Not everybody is going to frown their face like, you know, monkey will lick lime. You know, but I think I don't read too much meaning to his emotional reactions to game. Not everybody cried. When my mom died, everybody was crying. I didn't see the need to cry. And people are like, you too get hard. Yeah, strong, you sharp stone. You know, but it's life. I can't blame him for that. But what I blame Ronald Koeman for is not knowing the importance of this game. Not realizing, like you just said, they lost to Atletico Madrid, lost to Real Madrid, they just lost to Sevilla in the cup, lost the Super Cup, and then you just come like it doesn't mean anything, and then you field players that, in my head, you already broken the team spirit because they were on a good run. They've won their last 6 or so games. They were on a very fine run. You should have kept that. If you trusted that team to play all those games and you were winning, you should have kept them. But unfortunately, it didn't do that, and they came up short. I don't think they can go to Paris and score 4 goals unreplied, because Barcelona, even in their days, in the days where they had Luis Enrique winning the treble or Pep Guardiola winning quintuplet titles, they never did well away from home. People should check the history of Barcelona. In the Champions League, all those times they beat Arsenal, they didn't win at the Emirates. Right. Even with Messi in 2012 scoring 91 goals all in a calendar year, they didn't win too many matches away from home. I don't think you can go to Paris. You've been there before, they've beaten you 4-0. I don't think you can go to Paris, Park the Princess, they are out. The problem now is it shouldn't be another maybe like 5-0 and then becomes the 9-1 aggregate, and Barcelona becomes the most defeated team in terms of margin in the UEFA Champions League history, because it's looking like that. You look at that Barcelona defense, they are a team that Enyimba can beat right now. So, yes, there's a Messi factor, but even Enyimba can beat Barcelona right now.
Yeah.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.